Hello friends, today we have brought you the story of Blood Red Sky. If you like this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Here, a plane that has been hijacked by hijackers is landing at the airport, surrounded by thousands of soldiers who are trying to rescue the people on the plane and capture the hijackers. In the control room, a man is visible inside the cockpit, and the hijackers believe he is the pilot and are asking him to surrender, claiming that he is surrounded by soldiers and cannot escape. However, the man inside the cockpit is screaming that he is not a hijacker. Before anyone can shoot at him, a small child comes out of the plane, and everyone thinks that the child has come to save the hijackers to protect his life. They take him into their care and start questioning him, leading the story to a flashback. At the airport, a German widow named Na and her son Elias are preparing to board the plane to go to New York. Na, who is suffering from leukemia, tells her son that they are going to see a doctor for her treatment and then goes to the restroom. Meanwhile, Elias is talking to his friend named Farid at the airport. Now injects herself with medicine in the restroom, making her very restless. When she comes back, they board the plane, where all the passengers are settling down for the evening landing. However, co-pilot Bastian and his group intend to make the landing difficult and hijack the plane instead. They have already attacked air marshals and destroyed the black box, preventing the plane from being tracked on radar. Their leader, Berg, announces that they have now hijacked the plane, and until they get what they want from the government, for which they have done all this, the mission is not complete, and nobody should move from their place. Elias is trying to hide in the cargo area with the help of the plane manual, and Na is going after her son, accepting his plea. Meanwhile, a sociopath named Atbul is watching Na and shooting at her, assuming she is already dead. He then forces Farid to make a statement on a recording. The plane has been hijacked, and the hijackers are not demanding anything from the government. Instead, they plan to blast the entire plane, including the passengers, to spread terror. Na is slowly regaining consciousness and remembering the day her husband, Nikolai, died. One night, they were going somewhere, and their car broke down on the way. Nikolai went to a local farmhouse for help but never returned. Na, along with Elias, goes searching for him and finds signs of blood everywhere, which terrifies her. As she turns around, she sees Nikolai's body, killed by the vampire who is now trying to attack Na. Just before the vampire overwhelms her, the sunrise kills him, but Na notices that she has vampire symptoms due to a cut on her hand. Fearing for her safety, she goes back inside the farmhouse, where she encounters the vampire's father, who claims to be a vampire too but controls himself using a self-made vaccine. However, his son couldn't control himself and got killed, so he holds Na responsible and attacks her. Na manages to kill him and takes the vaccine to keep herself in control. As she recovers, she heads towards the cargo area, where she confronts a hijacker and kills him along with some dogs. She then sees the cockpit, where the plane's autopilot is set, and the hijackers are preparing to parachute out before blasting the plane. Na asks the passengers if anyone knows how to fly a plane because the main pilot is already dead. If you like this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and this is their last chance to save themselves. One passenger comes forward, claiming he can fly, and they head towards the cockpit. It seems that the text describes a dramatic and action-packed scenario involving vampires and a hijacked plane. The main character, Na, is confronting the vampire hijackers and trying to prevent them from turning everyone into vampires. She is also trying to control her own vampire symptoms with a vaccine. Elias, who is aiding Na, is under attack by a vampire named Atbul, who wishes to infect him. In the cargo area of the plane, Na is injecting her blood into her veins to prevent turning into a vampire fully. However, Atbul is trying to attack her, and Elias is helping his mother by bringing a gun to stop Atbul. Meanwhile, the passengers are struggling due to the reduced oxygen levels in the high-altitude plane and are trying to put on their masks. It is revealed that Na is also a vampire, but she is trying to save everyone. She has already cut off Atbul's infected hand to prevent him from turning others into vampires. The co-pilot, Bastian, has been infected and is currently managing the plane in the cockpit. The passengers are aware of Na's nature but trust her intentions to help them. Bastian informs Na that the plane is running low on fuel, and they will need to land soon in New York. A dying passenger is turning into a vampire in the cargo area, hoping to stay alive, but Na is trying to stop him. The tense situation continues as everyone struggles to survive, and Na remains determined to protect the passengers and stop the vampire hijackers. However, the hijackers, who have come back to check everything, realize that someone is trying to fly the plane. To threaten and force the cockpit's door open, they use a young girl. Na, who has been hiding her identity, manages to handle the situation and keeps the hijackers at bay. The story continues from there. Most of the passengers are being attacked, causing them to turn into vampires. Now, Na realizes that if the plane lands and everyone disembarks, the entire city, and possibly the whole world, will turn into vampires due to the infection spread. To prevent this, she decides to detonate the bombs placed by the hijackers on the plane, sacrificing herself and the vampires on board. Na needs to find the remote for the bomb located with the dead hijacker in the cargo area. Elias volunteers to go there, but the remote is in Atbul's possession, and Na makes a promise to protect him. She fights Atbul while strengthening herself by killing Bastian. Meanwhile, Farad changes the plane's course, bringing it into the path of the morning sun, causing Atbul to burn and die. Elias wants to use Na's blood to save her life, but she refuses, knowing it will endanger Elias. Later, the plane lands at a Scotland rough base, where people are skeptical of Elias and Farad's story. They see the chaos inside the plane through the cameras as people turn into vampires. Seeing her mother fully transformed into a vampire and a man being attacked, Na realizes she is far gone. Heartbroken, Elias triggers the bomb hidden in his teddy bear, resulting in the death of all the vampires. Farad is found innocent and released, and Elias embraces him. With this, the movie concludes. If you like this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And wait for the next part. Until then, goodbye, take care.